Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, Low Carb Liz. Super excited to be here with you guys today. I wanted to give you an update. I'm into my first full week of no meat. What I have found out so far is that some of my meat has fought back and I've lost some weight and I've gained some weight back. So my husband Andy decided that he wanted to try an elimination diet of only eating meat because he wanted to conquer some of the inflammation that he was feeling. And being a celiac, I definitely understand inflammation. So we talked about it a couple of months ago, but we didn't really get started. He decided at the end of November that he really wanted to give it a try. And after years of having to order no gluten, no cross-contamination, all of these special things that we have to do every time I go to try to eat with my family, I decided to be super supportive, even though I wasn't really sure how I felt about eliminating things from my diet. Because having to be gluten-free and having an autoimmune disease already limits a lot of things that I can eat. But I was like, all right, we're going to try this, babe. Let's do it together because that makes it easier. So he started last month. He went fully carnivore, no vegetables. I was still doing vegetables at lunch, but I was doing a meat-only dinner. And y'all, I was only doing it to support. At the end of the first full week of only meat for dinner, I was shocked and amazed at how good I felt. Because having an autoimmune disease means that I've had a lot of bloating for the past almost 10 years. And even though I've cut out a lot of stuff, what I realized with eating just meat for dinners was that I was still experiencing a lot of bloating every time I ate. And for the first time in 10 years, when I got finished with dinner, I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I didn't feel like there was this huge tire around my belly. I wasn't really expecting to feel that way. So here I am, starting January of 2024. You know, that whole new year, new you. And I'm going to do the elimination diet. I'm just going to step back from all plants and just eat meat. So all week I have just eaten meat and haven't had major bloating at lunch and I haven't had major bloating at dinner. I have had a couple of hiccups that I wanted to share with you guys, but just because you're on this journey with me together. Obviously, I'm not offering any kind of medical advice. I'm just sharing what I'm experiencing with you guys. So I've been eating a pretty tame lunch of just eggs and ground beef mixed in kind of like in an omelet form, but with no cheese. And that's been doing really well for me. One day this week, though, I decided I was going to add bacon to my beef and egg omelet. And y'all, I've never had a problem eating bacon before. Ever. But I ate lunch and I got red and blotchy on my cheeks. I got red and blotchy underneath my chin. And I was just like, I love pork. And I ate pork belly in December, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But bacon definitely fought back a little bit. I really just want to be in a place where my food doesn't fight back, where I'm not bloated, I'm not in pain. I just eat, and then I move on like it's no big deal. So I'm not going to try bacon again for a couple of weeks. So we've been trying to have a variety of different flavors. And one night this week, we decided to do tacos. Obviously, no tortillas or anything like that. And I make up my own taco seasonings. And normally I would have my tacos with diced tomatoes, some lettuce, sour cream, and cheese. And as soon as I smelled that taco meat, man, I was kind of literally craving tomatoes and lettuce. Didn't let that stop me. Went ahead and hunked in the cheese, put in the sour cream, went to eat my dinner. Oh, and dairy fought back. So before I was even done with dinner, I was kind of already a little bit bloated. Like, not as bloated as I have been in the past, but definitely just that tight band that just kind of occurs right at the top of my rib cage. Really kind of hurt. Too much information, but I was burping by the end of the meal. I was farting by the end of the meal. And if you have food issues, you know that gas and burping sometimes accompanies those. My takeaways from this week are, I will not be trying bacon again for a couple of weeks because it's not agreeing with me. I will also not be trying dairy again for a couple of weeks because it's not agreeing with me either. Now, I did start, like I said, in December last month, not having any kind of carbs or anything for dinner and just eating meat. And y'all, it took about 2 weeks and I immediately dropped like 5 pounds. Bam. And I was just like, whoa. Because I would definitely love to lose some fat, get more healthy, but overarching, I don't want to have that bloat. I want to feel good. And I have gained that 5 pounds back and 2 additional pounds. So I am up a total of 7 pounds since my start. I was kind of expecting that because some people say you immediately lose weight. Some people say you immediately gain weight. And I know I was undernourished with having some bloating issues and things that I was having with my autoimmune disease, just with different foods, like just not able to eat the amount of food I needed to eat in one sitting. So now that I am just eating meat, I'm increasing my calorie intake. So I knew I was going to gain that weight. I am trying to ignore the scale. The scale hates me right now, and that's fine. We're going to come to some kind of an agreement, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on non-scale victories just for the near future, because I know that sometimes you get those weight loss salts or weight loss gains, but your body is refiguring things out, and I know I'm going to come out of this other side of this journey with better health. And like I said, my number one goal is to be able to eat lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever, eat my meal, not feel pain, and just be able to move on and go about my day. And I feel like I'm going to get there. We're just going to have to wait and see how long that takes. So that's kind of a wrap up of my first week. Next week, I am going to be doing a little bit more experimenting. I have been experimenting with some electrolytes. I have to be really careful with the ingredients because I can't do artificial colors. I can't do artificial sweeteners. So I have to be just making sure that everything in my electrolytes isn't going to give me problems. And then I'm also experimenting with salt. I'm not a huge salt person, basically because I've never liked table salt. It tastes like chemical nastiness to me. But I'm experimenting with some different flavors of salt, some different salts that, quite frankly, I got Andy for Christmas and now I'm going to be able to enjoy eating too. So I'll have an update for you guys next week on how my second week of my journey goes. Please comment down below with how your journey's going. I would love to hear from all of you. And I do appreciate the fact that you took your time to hang with me. So please hit the like button, ding the notifications bell so that you're going to get notified every time I put up a video. Go spread some love. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time.